I can say go live. Namaste, everybody. So welcome to the second talk on special topics of Ramayana. We have Shri Murali Chemuturi, and he'll be talking this week on management topics that is basically advice that Rama has given to Bharata in the last sarga, which is sarga 100 of Ayodhya Kanda. So with that, I'll just turn it over to Murali ji so that we can proceed with the pravachanam.
Shuklambaradharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadhanam Dhyayet Sarva Vighnopashantaye Vagishadya Sumrasaha Sarvardhanam Upakrame Yannatva Krutukrityasu Tam Namami Gajananam Bhasa Kundendu Shankaspatikamani Nibha Bhasamana Samana Asamana Asame Vagdevateyam Nivasadu Vadane Sarvada Suprasanna Apadam Apartaram Dhataram Sarvasampadam Lokabhiramam Sriramam Bhuyo Bhuyo Namamyaham Valmikir Munisimhasya Kavita Vanacharinaha Shrunvan Ramakadhanadam Konayati Param Gatim Manojivam Marutatulya Vegam Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Varishtam Vatatmajam Vanarayudha Mukhyam Sriramadutam Sirasa Namami. Good evening to all of you friends. This is sarga 100 of Ayodhya Kanda. This has a speciality in the sense that this is called kachit sarga. This has a special name. Kachit means by chance, somehow, like that, by any accident, that kind of thing. Rama uses kachit repeatedly to ask questions of Bharata, and the answers to those questions will be management and administrative principles. That is why I wanted to talk to you. There are about 76 slokas in this, out of which 5-6 slokas are not very important. They are introductory and wishing well of Bharata and asking him some personal questions. And all the other 70 are management and administration principles. So at this time, Rama is in Chitrakutam and Aranyam. There, Bharata has come. Bharata, after coming back from his grandfather, maternal grandfather's house, he had his father had expired, and he has performed all the last rites. And then, when he was asked to take over the reins of the kingdom, he said, "You know, I am not the fit one. When Rama is alive, how can I take over the kingdom?" So he brings all the people to the forest, searches for Rama and finds him. When they find Rama, he falls at the feet of Rama, and Rama takes him onto his lap and asks a lot of questions. Why he came, is the father is right, doing well or not? And then he starts asking the other questions. And Rama's first question is, Kachit dharayate tata rajayatvam agata kacchinnadina sahasa raja lokantaram gataha Kachit Shominate Rajam Brashtam Balasya Shashvatam. Boy, Tata means actually father, the way we call affectionately Dadaji, Pitaji, like that. And he said, young man, why did you come here leaving father? And why are you looking so downtrodden, and your face is not having its usual glow? Did our father, did the king leave this world? And oh Saumya, oh gentleman, did the kingdom, because it has fallen into your hands because of bad rule, did it get destroyed permanently? Kachit Shushrusha Shetata Pitaram Satya Vikramam. Oh friend, oh young man, our father has been a Satya Vikrama. He had a lot of courage and valor in a true manner. Are you doing service to him? Are you obeying his commands? Kachit Dashradoracha Kushali Satya Sangara Rajasuya Swamedhana Maharta Dharma Nishchaya. Our father Dasharatha, he fought the wars in an honest manner, and he had performed yajnams like Rajasuyam and Ashwamedham, and he is always depended on Dharma and always implemented Dharma. Is he safe and sound? Is he doing well? स कच्चित् ब्राह्मणो विद्वान् धर्मनित्यो महादिति इक्ष्वाकूणामुपाध्यायो यथावत् तात पूज्यते. Oh dear man, oh dear young brother, our upadhyaya, our teacher, our guide, who had been always adherent and is immersed in dharma and a highly radiant one, and that Brahmin Vasishta, and he is the Kulaguru of Ikshwakus. Are you facilitating him? Are you taking care of him? That means we have to take care of our elders and gurus. First of all, your parents, because he has asked about the father, then the estate, the kingdom. We have to take care of all the property that is under our control. And then we have to take care of the teachers and show respect to the teachers and elders, gurus. Satata kachit kausalya sumitra cha prajapati sukini kachidarya sa devi nandati kaikeyi. Our mother, Kausalya, is she doing well? And Sumitra, who had more children, is she doing well? And how is our mother, Kaikeyi? And who has, is she comfortable? Is she enjoying the luxuries? Is she happy? Kachid Vinay Sampanna Kulaputro Bahushruta Anasuya Ranudrashta Satkruta Purohita. Our Purohita, who was born in a high caste, and he has learned many of the scriptures and Vedas, and he is very obedient and humble, and he never feels any jealousy or envy towards anybody. He is that Purohita. Purohita means he is the well-wisher of the family. Every family would have a Purohita. In villages, they used to be there like that, and then they have to be taken care of that by that family to whom he is performing the religious rituals and all the other things. Is he doing well? Are you taking good care of him? Kachid agnishu te yukto vidigno matiman rujuhu hutancha hoshamanancha kale vedayate sada. You have to perform a lot of fire rituals, yajnas, and also every day you have to perform homams. And is he performing all those homams on your behalf and is informing you regularly? Just see that all the religious rituals that a person has to perform are performed by the designated person. We will have to inquire the subordinates and others, colleagues, whether they are doing their duties and performing their activities properly. Without that, it will go out of control. And then Kachid Devan Pitrun Matrun Gurun Pitru Samanapi Urdhansha Tata Vaidyansha Brahmanansha Bhimanyase. Are you regularly saluting the Devatas, Kuladevatas? Every family will have their own Devata. And are you saluting them? And are you saluting Pitrun? Pitrun means fathers. Why everybody has only one father, right? True, but there are 5 types of fathers for every person. The first is father, who is biological father. Second is the father who brought you up. They may be same in many cases, most cases. Sometimes they may be different. And then your uncles. Uncles means your father's younger brothers and elder brothers both. Your mother's younger brothers and elder brothers both. They are your fathers. And then the person who educated you or paid for the education, that man also is a father. And for people who have this Upanayinam, whoever performed the Upanayinam, that man is also a father. For many castes, there are various ceremonies. In AP, there is a custom of wearing the first dhoti. In many castes, first dhoti, they perform a large function. And whoever performs that, if the father is not alive or not there, somebody else does it, that man also becomes a father. So like this, all the fathers who are all to be considered fathers, are you saluting them regularly? Paying salutations? Matrun. Similarly, mothers also, mother also in the same manner. The person who gave birth, the woman who gave birth, the woman who brought him up, and the mother's sisters, father's sisters. And all these people are mothers only. Are you saluting them regularly? Are you inquiring about their welfare regularly? And Pitru Saman, that means those people who are equal to your father. your gurus, your teachers, others who taught you tricks and tips and tricks of your trade. All those are your equal to father. Vruddhasya, the elderly people. Elderly people have a lot of experience, and when you consult them, they can solve problems very easily. They can give you tips and tricks so that you can solve your problems. Are you saluting them? Vaidyasya. Vaidya means not doctors. Who have read the Vedas are knowledgeable. Knowledgeable people, the knowledge need not always be in Veda. The knowledge may be in craft. The knowledge may be in warcraft. The knowledge may be in very other spheres. All those knowledgeable people are respectable. Are you paying salutations to them? And Brahmanas. Brahmins means they are the pious, sacred, religious people. Are you saluting them? They have to be saluted by all of us regularly. That's what Rama says. Ishvastra Varasampanna Mardhashastra Visharadam Sudhanvan Mupadhyayam Kachitvam Tatamanyase. Sudhanva, there was a person by name Sudhanva in the court of Dasharatha. He was a great teacher, an expert in archery and the Dhanurveda. And also he knows all the astras, many astras. And Ardhashastra Vicharadam, he is an economist, a great economics person. He knows how to spend money, earn money, how to control the inflation and control the deflation, everything he knows. Economist. Is he doing well? Are you facilitating him regularly? Kachidatma Samashura, Shrutavanto Jitendriya, Kulina Shvengitagnyascha, Krutaste Tata Mantrinaha. You will be having ministers. How are they? They are all equal to you. Atma Sama, Shura, they are valiant. They don't go back. They are not afraid. They are not timid. Shrutavanto, they have learned their craft. They are knowledgeable in that. Jitendriya, they have won over there. They have vanquished their indriyas, panchendriyas. You know that taste, smell, touch, feel. Like that, who can perform. They are not taken in by them. They are not vanquished. They are victors. They are not easily bribed. They cannot be bribed. That's such kind of people. And they are also born in high caste. Ingitagnya, they know description and discrimination, where what has to be used. You know, in situations, you can't use the same principle in all situations. You cannot be steadfast. You will have to give and take. They're knowledgeable in that. Friend, young man, young brother, are you taking care of them? Are they good? Have you appointed such people as your ministers? Mantro Vijayamoolam me Rajnam Bhavati Raghava Susamvrito Mantradhare Ramachai Shastrako Vidaye. Your strategy is the root of your victories. And you will only that people who can use good strategy can become kings. So Raghava, that means descendant of Raghu. Are you always surrounded by such good strategies of your ministers who are experts in that scriptures that tell you how to do the strategy? Are you taking care of them? So we also have to be good at strategizing and also be surrounded by people who are good strategists if you are managing. Kachin nidravasham naishi, kachit kale prabudhyache, kachit chaparratreshu chintaya vyadhanaipunam. Are you a late sleeper? Are you sleeping too much? Are you waking up at the right time? What is the right time? There is a shastra, you know, for people who are engaged in many things, they will have to get up early. The kings have to get up early, 4:30, 5 o'clock, they have to get up. And the Brahmins have to get up at 4:30, between 4:30 and 6. By 6, they should be ready. Are you getting ready by that time? And are you thinking about the strategy in the middle of the night? See, if you start thinking in the middle of the night after you are tired and your body is desiring sleep, rest, and at that time your thinking skill will not be sharp, your mind will not be sharp. You are likely to make mistakes. That is why you should not think strategy and take important decisions in the middle of night. That's what Rama is telling. Kachin mantra senaka kachina bhubissaha kachitte mantrinam mantro rashtam paridhavati. Are you taking decisions all alone? Are you conferring with your ministers? A few ministers or too many ministers? And is your strategy becoming known all over the country, all over the place? You have to keep secrets. What you have to keep secrets, and you have to confer with only few people, either severally or with different people or alone with one person. In a confidential meeting, are you doing that confidentiality? Are you maintaining that confidentiality? Yeah, is your strategy and your decisions getting known before they are implemented? Kachidardham vinischitya lagmulam bahodayam kshipramarabhase kattum na dirghayasi raghava. How are you taking actions? What is your priorities? Are you setting your priority to that kind of assignment that can get quick results, immediate results? Or are you delaying performing that immediate result delivering assignments? Are you taking too much time to implement those quick yielding actions? That is, we will have to, there is when I was in ECIL, manufacturing company, we were talking of priorities, and that priority, there are 13, 14 rules are there. One of the priority rules is the smallest or the shortest job is to be done quickly. Whatever takes little time, least time, you perform it quickly and throw it out so that it can go to the next stage. The action that takes a lot of time, you will have to keep it aside. I'll give you an example. Supposing you go to a photocopying Xerox center, you go with one page, and there is another man with a book to be taken, 200 pages. Whom should the Xerox center man give priority? Should he ask this one page person to wait until those 200 pages are copied, or do this and send him and continue to do that? And then there is first come, first served priority. Whoever comes first will be served first. In human affairs, supposing you are standing in a queue, taking a water, whoever comes first should be served first. Like that, there are 13, 14 rules are there, priority setting rules. And there is one more rule, as you keep on keeping the large job for to take care of smaller jobs, it becomes tardy. Whatever, when there are too many tardy jobs, that means delayed, you take up that tardy job which has been put off for a long time. This also happens. Sometimes it happens. I used to see in my company, ECIL, some jobs get just postponed because it takes a lot of time. So these priority rules are, how are you doing your priority? Are you taking up that quick yielding actions, quick yielding projects first, or are you delaying them? Kachit sukrutanyeva krutra rupani va punaha vidiste sarvakaryani na kartavyani pardhava. How are your subsidiary kings? Are they under your control? Are they performing the actions you assign them in the right time? And are they producing results as early as possible, as soon as possible? And whatever you decide to take up, whatever projects you decide to take up, is it being public knowledge, or are you strategizing and keeping them to yourself until they are done? Actions decided should not be made public until it comes to fruition, until you start implementing. Otherwise, they will be like projects in India where they make promises and it will never realize. 13 years, 14 years, 15 years. Many projects are there. Kachina tarkairyukta va yevicha apya parikirtita tvaya va tava va matyair budhyate tatamantritam. Either you or your ministers, whatever actions you are contemplating, whatever decisions you are contemplating, are others able to guess them, either by guesswork or by spying, or in any other manner, because of your loose talk? The servants in the house and the driver and these kind of people, they eavesdrop on you. They keep listening, and they pretend that they do not know or they do not understand, but they do, and they give this information to outsiders. It's if it is within your country also, it raises expectations. That expectations and this leaking of information should be prevented. Are you preventing the leaking of information? That's what Rama is asking Bharata. Kachit sahasram murkhana mekamichis panditam pandito hyardhakrutyeshu kuryan nishresam mahat. Are you conferring with one knowledgeable expert, or are you conferring with 1,000 fools and idiots? None of the religions or religious scriptures accept conferring with many people. Democracy is abhorrent to religion and scriptures. One person, knowledgeable person, can definitely advise you in a better manner considering all the situations. And you confer with 1,000 people who do not have knowledge, they will only be talking what they know. That is, in public sectors earlier in India, they were implementing the worker board member. In the board, they used to place a person from the union. That fellow doesn't know anything about his party ideology and what he sees and what his interests are. They never really contributed anything to the good management or running of the company or making the company more profitable. So they will only leak information. So there is no point conferring with 1,000 people. Confer with one expert, knowledgeable person who is interested in you, who is trusted by you, and who trusts you, who does not leak information. And therefore, conferring with one person will get you better results. That's what Rama is telling Bharata. If you confer with 1,000 people, your actions and your guesses and your strategy will be leaked and you will end up losing. So confer with one expert. Sahasranyapi murkhanam yadyupaste mahipati adhava nyaitatnyesha nastuteshu sahayata. If the king relies on 100 fools or 10,000 fools, he will not get any results. He will not get any positive feedback. They will not be helpful. Confer with only one expert, knowledgeable, interested person. Eko asya matyopi medhavi shuro daksho vichakshana rajanam rajamatram va prapayen mahatim shriyam. You can get more benefits, excellence, by conferring with one minister or a wise man or a valiant man or a capable person or a discriminating person who has discretion. He may be a king or he may be equal to a king. For example, in Bharata, Yudhishthira conferred with only one person, and that was Lord Krishna. For all strategy matters, he consulted Lord Krishna and Krishna alone. He is interested in these people, he is knowledgeable, he is expert, he told them. Where he did not consult, for example, for going for gambling, he did not consult because he received an order from his father. That's a different issue. And on the other hand, Duryodhana consulted with 3 other people, 3 idiots, Dushyasana, Karna, and Shakuni. And he lost everything at the end of the day. And he was banned as a bad man. So conferring with one right person, that is what Rama advised Bharata. Are you doing that? He is putting a question, but behind the question, this is the answer. Kachin mukhya mahatsveva madhyameshu madhyama jaganyasya jaganyeshu bhrutya karmasu yojita. This is another important principle. Are you appointing highly skilled people for jobs that require higher skill? Are you appointing lower skilled people to the jobs that need lowest skill, and the middle skilled people for middle skill requirement jobs? Are you appropriately appointing? Are you appointing a highly skilled person to a low skill job? He will be demotivated. And if you appoint a low skilled person to a job that needs higher skill, that job will be damaged. The skill and the job must be matched properly. There should be no square pegs in round holes or round pegs in square holes. That gives rise to leaks. And this is the point that Rama has asked, and this book was written approximately 880,000 years ago. That in that it is included. And there is another thing, next sloka, amazing. Amatya nupadatitan pitrupaita mahan suchin sreshtan sreshteshu kachitvam niyojeshi karmasu. In important tasks and assignments and duties, are you appointing nupadhatin? Nupadhati is the one who has been tested for integrity. Integrity testing came into the world only a few years back. It's late 90s and early 21st century. This integrity testing has come. I dabbled in integrity testing for some time, but in India, only one inquiry I got from Hindustan Lever to test their salesmen, and they did not come through when the cost is told to them. They want some standardized test, and I was not ready to give a standardized test, because standardized, everybody knows the key if it is there on the internet. So this integrity testing, have you appointing to important positions those people that have been tested for their integrity? And that is are you checking whether their fathers and grandfathers, are they clean? Suchin, are they clean in character, in their actions, in their strategy? And Sreshtan Sreshteshu, best among the best. Are you appointing for such important assignments? Best among the best. Sreshtan Sreshteshu. A king has to take care of that. And and importantly, in organizations, if you are a senior man, you should also appoint best among the best. You should not appoint worst people, bad people. Inefficiency breeds inefficiency. Efficiency breeds efficiency. This was the management principle. Of course, now all the management principles have gone out of the door. Now it is all agile, lean. Kachin nogrena dandena bhrusamudvejita prajam rashtam tava nanujananti mantrina Kaikeyi suta, o the son of Kaikeyi. When you are trying to impose more severe punishments, are your ministers cautioning you, preventing you from imposing severe punishments? Because when you impose punishments that are more than commensurate with the crime committed, there will be dissidence, there will be unhappiness, there will be frustration. In the art of law and justice, crime and punishment, the ruling principle, the cardinal principle is the punishment should be commensurate with the crime. They state that hot stove theory, hot stove, the stove is hot. Whoever touches it gets burnt. If the touch is severe, the burn is severe. And the burn is immediate. Whether a child touches it or an old man, grandfather touches it, it burns. That is how the punishment should be. And it should not be more than commensurate. It should not be too much. It should not be too heavy. It should not be too severe. And when such a thing is being done by king, maybe by egotistic measure, or his pride is hurt, he imposes such punishments, his ministers are duty bound to stop it. They should stop it. Are they stopping you like that? That means, are your ministers fearless and are implementing dharma as it should be implemented? We also should be like that. We should not impose more severe punishments. In human resources management, one principle is the termination of an employee is capital punishment. You should not resort to capital punishment without a capital crime, without a capital error. For small errors, you should not really terminate people at the drop of a hat. Hire and fire. Fire should be very careful. Hiring also should be careful. Kachitvam navajananti yajaka patitam yadha ugraprati grahitaram kamayanam evastriya. See, there are the women, if they are not desirous of a man and that man tries to come and try to force her, she will insult him. Similarly, the Brahmins who are performing yajnas, they should not collect donations from those people that should not collect, or by forcing. Collecting donations from the right persons. they should perform actions. And are they doing like that? If they are not doing, are you taking care? And in the similar manner, the king also should not collect taxes unfairly from the people. See, nowhere in the world, any religion states that a king can collect taxes more than 16-20%. In Hinduism, Buddhism, and Islam, we specify 16%, or 1 anna for every rupee you earn, 1/16. 1/16 of the income is the maximum tax a king can collect. In India, we are collecting it up to 35%, 1/3. 1/3 we are collecting as tax, unfair. In England, they go up to 50%. America also, it goes up to 30-35%. 35% tax. This is unfair. Rama is cautioning Bharata, you should not collect too high taxes. The people should not be tortured with your taxation. Are you collecting taxes fairly and in this proper amount, in a gentle manner? Supposing there is a drought and there are no crops, they should waive taxes. If a factory is making loss, of course we are waiving the tax. But in other cases, income tax, there are high inflation, you must reduce the tax. Kachitvam navajananti upayakuchilam vaijyam bhrutya sandoshane ratam shuramaishwarya kamam cha yona hantina vadhyate. There may be people under you who want to take over the kingdom, or they want to take over other departments. And those people, they spread rumors, they spread canards, they spread false information, and they know all the strategies. They had no information, they twist information, and to take over that kind of kingdom and the other departments, the person, the top man should kill him. And be careful. Otherwise, if the such people are not killed, they will kill you. He is telling Bharata, if you do not spot traitors and stop them from treasonous acts and take severe action on them, you will lose your kingdom itself. Therefore, you have to be careful and take action on those traitors. In departments and in the organizations, we may ourselves have some traitors under us. We have to take care of them. You have to prevent them. Kachit drustasya shorasya matiman dhutiman chuchi kulinasya anuraktasya daksha senapati kruta. Who is your commander of the armed forces? Is he a capable man? Is he from a high caste? He has a lot of love to you, and he is determined. He has good strategic mind, and he is a personally valiant person. Are you appointing such a person as the chief of your armed forces? Or are you appointing some untested person? That is what Rama is telling Bharata. Balavantasya kachithe mukhya yuddha visharadha drushtapadana vishikranta svaya satkritya manita. In your army, there are many valiant warriors, and they are experts in warcraft, and they can show valor in battle. Are you taking good care of them? Are you facilitating him? Are you giving them respect? Are you compensating them? Are you giving them gifts? If there are some strategic people, the armed forces are strategic. If they don't fight for you, you will lose kingdom, you will lose your life, you will lose your wealth, everything. They are of strategic importance, so you have to take care of them. In your organization also, there are certain people who are very good. You have to take care of them. You have to promote such people who bring money, name, and orders to your company rather than some ordinary people. Normally, in organizations, in kingdoms, what happens is, whoever applies polish to the king or the top man, he gets promoted, not the real hardworking people. It is more so in public sectors and even corporate cultures. See, Tata's, Ratan Tata retired, and whom did he appoint? He appointed a person from Tata Consultancy Services as chairman of Tata Sons. Tatas have about 90 to 100 companies, out of which the software company is only one, that is Tata Consultancy Services. Anybody, any engineer can become a computer, but no computer programmer can become any engineer. If you have somebody has studied mechanical engineering and he became a programmer, after becoming a programmer, can he go back and design machines and handle workshops? Not likely. And what all, there are many stalwarts in Telco, Tisco, other companies who are great engineers. He overlooked all of them, and because this man is a pleasant man, he appointed him as the chairman. What will happen to Tatas? God knows. So that's what Rama is advising Bharata. You have to appoint capable people, right, for the positions. Kachit balasya bhuktancha vetanancha yadhochitam samprapta kalam datavyam dadasin vilambase. For your soldiers and other people who are in your employment, are you feeding them at the right time? Are you paying them their salaries at the right time? Right time? That is what is very important. If they are not done, are you delaying it? Kalatikramanachaiva bhukta vetanayor bhuta bhattu kupyanti dushyanti so anardhasu mahan smurta. If you delay their payments and food, they become angry on their boss, on their king, and they will also blame and lay blame on the king. They will not be grateful to him, and a lot of anartha, the harming to our interests will happen. Are you doing that kind of thing? Be careful. You have to pay on the right dot of time. Last working day it has to be paid. And at 12 o'clock is the lunch. You have to feed them lunch at 12 o'clock. Otherwise, they will be blaming. They will put up with it because they have no other alternative. But they will not be happy. They will be unhappy too. That's what Rama is telling. In such 800,000 years ago, about feeding lunch on the right time and paying salary on the right time. This is written by Valmiki. Rama has inquired about that. Kachit sarve anuruktasvam kulaputra pradhanata kachit pranam stavardheshu santyajanti samahita. Are the people of your caste, your cousins, your relatives, are they all love you? Anurukta, anurakta, are they showing love and affection to you? Will they pranam stavardheshu santyajanti? Are they ready to shed their life for you? Your close people, your relatives must be very close to you. If your relatives themselves plan a treasonous act on you, who can save you? So they all must be kept carefully. Your close family, they must be with you. Are you taking good care of them so that they are ready to shed their life for you? Kachit jnanapado vidwan dakshina pratibhanavan yadoktavadi dotaste kruto bharata pandita. O Bharata, what kind of a people are you appointing as messengers for you? Are they coming from, are they knowledgeable? Have they done have they gained expertise in their craft? Are they capable? Pratibhanavan. And do they talk whatever is required and whatever is appropriate for the time? And are you appointing such people? See, for the messengers, in Ramayana, Hanuman and Angada went as messengers. And both messengers, Ravana tried to kill them. And both escaped and came, out of which both the people exactly stated what it was. And in Mahabharata, when you come, Yudhishthira sent Krishna, Lord Krishna, the most knowledgeable, related to both sides. Yeah, most of you know that Arjuna married Krishna's stepsister, but many may not know that Krishna's son married Duryodhana's own daughter. He is so closely related to both families. He is the Sambandhi of Lord Duryodhana, and he is brother-in-law of Shala, of Arjuna. That man he sent. And that other side, he sent Sanjaya. Duryodhana, Dhritarashtra sent Sanjaya. Sanjaya is not a match to Lord Krishna. and he is not the best person. He should have sent Vidura. So the right person should be sent. Are you appointing such messengers? Because in those days, letters were not there, emails were not there, phone calls were not there. So messengers are the people who convey proper messages. So are you sending such a person? Dasharatha used Sumantra, his minister, as the messenger. That kind of person are you appointing? Kachit ashtadashanseshu swapakshe dashapanchacha tribhis ravijnatair vechitirthani charakai. Here is an important aspect. He says, at 18 stations in your enemy, others, and 15 stations in your own kingdom, are you appointing spies? At each station, 3 spies must be appointed, and those 3 should not know that the other 2 are working. 3 independent spies at each of these 15 stations. Are you appointing? What are those 15 stations? 15 stations is in the opponent's kingdom, the minister, who is a minister of the king, his Purohita, and his king in waiting, his son, Yuvaraja, and his commander in chief of armed forces, and the person who takes care of the inner city, king's residence, who takes care of the affairs of the inner city, and then the in charge of the jails, then treasurer, chief treasurer, chancellor of the exchequer, and the person who conveys the orders of the king. And then there are people who just are onlookers, and when something trouble is happening, they will inquire what is happening casually. They may be spies, such kind of people. And then ministers, and then the mayor or the chief of the city, capital city. And then there are maybe some people that may be getting salaries even before the armed forces get. Armed forces should get the salary earliest. There may be others who are getting it. And then the person money lenders who lend money to all the people in the kingdom. And then those people who conduct the sabhas, speakers of the houses. Then the judges who preside over cases and in the disputes and deliver judgments. And then the person who implements the punishments ordered by the king or the judge. And then there are the forts. There are other types of forts are there. One is called the fort built by them, and their forts are the mountains are a fort, and then the rivers are forts, like this ponds are fort, moats are forts, all those people who are protecting them. And then the main in charge of border protection. And these 18 people are the stations at which in the other countries the king has to appoint spies, 3 at each place, and they should not know about the other 2. And in his own kingdom, except the minister, Purohita, and the Yuvaraja, all other 15 places we should appoint spies in the own kingdom also. Otherwise, the king cannot be happy and safe from deception and treason. That's what Rama has told Bharata. You know, while authoring Ramayana, Valmiki refers to many shastras. This just be, he said 15 and 18. And where should we refer to these? These should be referred in the Rajaniti Shastra. Like that we will have to do. So that's what Rama has said. Kachit vyapasta saitan pratiyatansya sarvada durbala nanavajnaya vartase ripusudana. Supposing you expelled somebody and they have come back, or the king has come and attacked you, you repel them, they come back and attack you. You should be very careful of them. You know, we know the story very well. Prithviraj Chauhan and Muhammad Ghori. Muhammad Ghori attacked 18 times. He did not. He always was pardoned and left just by pleading innocence and asking for mercy. Finally, he took over by treason of Jaichand, and our country went into Islamic rule. So those people who come back after being defeated or after being expelled, you should be careful. If you terminate somebody, you should not be allowed to come back. If somebody resigns, normally many people do not allow re-employment. That is what Rama is telling. Don't allow re-employment. And this is a very important sloka. Kachina loka yatikan brahmanam tata sevase anartha kushila hete bala panditamanina. Loka etika means those people who see what is happening and keep on telling that it is right. Especially when the rich people say that, they always support them. What the chief minister did, or the prime minister did, or the governor did, they keep extolling the virtues and they keep that is right. They don't consider the scriptures. What will he do? He will do that. He will do this. What else can he do? Like that they talk. And they are anartha kushala. They are experts in causing harm to your interests. Anartha kushala, loka etikan. And they, how are they? Bala pandita maninaha. They consider themselves to be experts while they are actually idiots. That's what says. There are, I used to see many people who are first chapter experts. They only read the first chapter of a book in which the topic is introduced. Anybody starts a discussion, they will hammer him with the first chapter. They never allow the other person to go to the second chapter. They are bala pandita maninaha. They consider themselves to be experts, but they're actually idiots, fools. धर्मशास्त्रेषु मुख्येषु विद्यमानेषु दुर्बुधा बुद्धिमान वीक्षकीं प्राप्य निरर्धं प्रवदन्ति ते. What kind of people are these lokaitikas? They know that there are many important scriptures are there, but they don't consider them, and their mind is bad. Durbudha, their mind is bad. They don't consider well. They don't consider the right aspects, and whatever is happening, they see that and keep on regurgitating the same thing. They say this is right, this is right. What this man has done is right. What that man has done is right. This need not be done. Right now that is all happening in our country at every place. People say God is not there because you can't see him. And that is what is being fashionable. There is no rebirth. This is only there is one popular saying that is almost every day it comes in Facebook and WhatsApp. Yesterday is dead and gone. Tomorrow is yet to come. What is real is present. Enjoy the present. Live in the present. And who wrote it? Who penned it? Who authored it? It was Omar Khayyam, who was a drunkard. In his drunken mood, he used to write this kind of poetry. See, yesterday is not dead and gone. Yesterday is over. But what we did yesterday is continued today. What we are doing today was influenced by what we have done yesterday. And what we do today influences our tomorrow. If you save today, tomorrow you have money. If yesterday you saved, you have money today. So how can you say it is dead and gone? It's not dead, it's gone, but it's still alive in today. And what we do today will have an impact on tomorrow. This, that seems to be very comfortable and convenient. All people are equal. How can all people be equal? The creation is not all people are equal. Somebody is taller, somebody is shorter, somebody is stronger, somebody is weaker. Every person who has the same weight is not as strong as the other person. The heavyweight boxers, Muhammad Ali or Cassius Clay or Mike Tyson, they're about 200 pounds. How many people are there with 200 pounds weight in India? 200 pounds is nothing but about 90 kilos. There are many. They can't even lift their legs and they can walk. They can't even walk. How that can be the same thing? With the same qualification, people will not have the same knowledge. People will not have the same expertise. So therefore, all people are not equal, but it is very fashionable to say every person is equal. So that is what is these people, and Rama is cautioning about such thinking. You may talk in politics and about, but in your thinking, you should be careful. Veereradhishtam purvam asmakam tata purvakai sachanamam drudadvaram hastiswarada sankulam Brahmane kshatriyer vaishya swakarma nirtay sada jitendriyer mahotsaher vrta marye sahasrasha prasader vividhakarer vrutam vaijjanakulam kachit sumuditam sitam ayodhyam parirakshasi. Are you taking care of Ayodhya? How was Ayodhya? It was filled with valiant warriors. And in the earlier days, our ancestors have taken care of that, ruled it and protected it. And it has strong portals and doors. It was completely replete with elephants and horses and chariots. And in which city, Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, they were all immersed in performing their own tasks and fulfilling their own dharma. And all of them are victors over their indriyas. They are all highly enthusiastic, and there are thousands of such good people. And the city is walled, prasa, and it has large palaces and of various shapes and sizes, and it is filled with people who are knowledgeable people. Are they all happy? Is the city happy? Are you taking care of the capital city? You have to take care of your own city. You have to take care of your community. You have to take care of your department. You have to take care of everything. That's what Bharata has been told by Rama through this question. Kachitchichi setairjishta sunivishta janakula devastane prapabhischa tatakaischopashobhita prahrushta naranarika samajotsava shobhita sukrishta sima pasuman himsabhiparivarjita adeva matruko ramya swapadai parivarjita parityakto bhayai sarve khanibhischopashobhita vivarjito narai papair mama purvai surakshita kachit janapada spita sukham vasati raghava. Are the villages in our kingdom, Kosala kingdom, are they happy? How are their villages? Their villages are replete with all the yajnasalas, where yajnas were performed. Yajnas means common community celebrations. And then, because the kingdom is so replete with prosperous, nobody wants to leave that kingdom and think of going to other kingdom. See, in India, we all plan to come to America or some other country. They went to Middle East, they went to Australia, they went to any country that is there. People want to leave. Rama says, ensure that people do not leave your country. Brain drain. After the Second World War, because the British Empire collapsed, all the people from the empire, they came back and migrated to Australia, South Africa, Canada, and America. Winston Churchill cried, there is a brain drain. The word was, the phrase was used first by Winston Churchill. Now, India, same thing is happening. Most of the IITs, IIMs, and such premier educational institutions, they are all in America. And all the intelligent people, all the wise people, knowledgeable people, they're leaving by the droves from India. They're going to Australia, America, Canada, and they're being lapped up. That is what he says. That Kosala kingdom was filled with people that do not want to migrate to another country. And then it is lived in by people who are permanent citizens. They are not temporary transient citizens. And it has all the temples and the pathways are well laid out. And there are water drinking halls along the pathways, so that people are not suffering with thirst. And then there are a lot of ponds, water sources. You know, the earlier kings and the other people dug up so many ponds to collect water during the rainy season. India has rain for maximum 3 months. Most of the places, some lucky places may have for 4 months. But a lot of rain falls there. If that is collected in ponds, people will never feel lack of water. In Hyderabad city where I lived, there were 3,600 such ponds and tanks. Now most of them dried up. Everybody depends on one single Musi river. That's not enough. Then they brought water from Krishna river. That is also not enough. They are bringing water from Godavari River, which is, all these rivers are getting filled up pretty fast because dams are built and they are not dredged regularly. Then where will they bring the water from? All the points they have built buildings. And then it is filled with happy men and women. Happy men and women. There must be both be happy. And then the courts, and they should perform justice. They should render justice to the people. That is what is required. When people, definitely disputes will come, and when the disputes come, there must be arbitration and justice. There should never be injustice. And then there are one more word he used, Devamatrika. Devamatrika means the land depends on the gods, rain-based agriculture. If our country was not depending on rain-based agriculture, that is what Rama has been telling Bharata. What is the other thing? Nadi Matrika. The crops are fed by the rivers. That is the Ayodhya. Are you taking care of good? And it is a beautiful thing. The city and the country must be maintained its beauty. It should not be destroyed. The beauty of India has been destroyed. When I was young, 50s, in the 1950s, the country was so beautiful. Everywhere you go, the road that was there, I used to go 5 kilometers a day to my school and come back. With very, very little distance is uncovered by a tree shade. Now all those trees are felled. That's Ashwatha trees, Vatavruksha, they are all cut off, and some stupid trees are planted. There is no shade. In Hyderabad also, the Koti area, Sikindrabad parade grounds, that was an arcade, lot of trees. There was shade. All those trees are cut off to expand the roads. There are no trees. Hyderabad was a garden city, beautiful place. That's what he says. And the kingdom is such that there are no wild carnivorous animals. They are all protected. And in Ayodhya, in Kosala kingdom during Rama's rule and his father's rule, there is no fears. Nobody is afraid. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are audible. I think Srinivas ji does not have audio. So he thinks,
thank you.
yeah.
Thank you, sir. And not only that, Khanibishchopachobita, Khani means mines. Ayodhya had mines. That means mining was there in the ancient days. Mines are not new. They had, chariots made of iron. Their arrows are made of iron and gold. And they were their portals, the beams, they used iron beams. All these things were there. So therefore mining was there, smelting was there, metals were used. They say the metals were used only 10,000 years back. This is 880,000 years. 880,000 years ago, this book was written. And they say, and the Kosala kingdom, over which Rama and his ancestors ruled, it was beautiful and it was prosperous country. Is that country still prosperous? That means the king has to maintain the prosperity of the kingdom. That's what Rama said to Bharata. Sir, 1 hour is up. You want me to continue or continue next time? There are some 30 slokas are there.
We can continue this next time. We can do the second part of this in the next one. And would you want to do more slokas from something else? You want to do another topic also next time after that?
Next time there is another sarga in Ayodhya Kanda, wherein Bharata tells Kausalya that he has not been instrumental in sending Rama to forest. But those 30-35 slokas, they tell us what our sins are. Until I read that in 2001, I was ignorant of what constitutes a sin. So that I want to tell after completing this strategic slokas of 76, I completed up to 47.
Okay.
So remaining, I would like to continue, and if there is time available, I would like to take up that Bharata's topic.
Sure, sure. No problem. If
Shall I conclude?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषा गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्या पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितो ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः पुत्राः पुत्रिणः सन्तु पौत्रिणः अधनाः सधनाः सन्तु जीवन्तु शरतां शतम्. Those of you who are participating in this, Shubham Bhuyat. May God bless you all. May Rama bless you all.
Dhanyavad ji. Thank you so much, and thank you everyone for attending. Next week at the same time, 8:30 Eastern, Murali ji will continue this same topic, and then if we have time, he'll go on to the topic of describing the list of sins. Thank you.